Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm still not sure how I will title this video because I'm going to show you some interviews and some presentations from a person that I don't know what words to use about this person. I didn't know about him too much. However, yesterday I came across the video on Andy's Hoinski's channel, who is a Polish gentleman who lives in United States. I think he lives in New Jersey. He has a very interesting YouTube channel. It's in Polish, but he has also American guests and other guests. Anyway, this video might be monetized, might be not, after the content that I will provide you, because we will be addressing the CPAC meeting in Warsaw. For the first time, that meeting took place, apparently for the first time, took place in Warsaw before the presidential election that will take place on June 1st. And before I give you the context to which I am referring, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported me on Super Chat yesterday. I thank you personally under your donations. Very, very grateful for that. And also I want to mention just the first names of people from PayPal's donation. Very, very grateful. Thank you so much, guys. Janice, thank you. Angie, thank you. Amadeus, thank you so much. Marguerite, thank you. Gerard, thank you. Stephen, thank you. This is just from yesterday. Thank you so much for supporting my work. I really, really appreciate it. Now, let's go to the point, what I'm trying to tell you today, because it looks like to me there are two sides of who will be influencing either this candidate for president or the other candidate. So either Trzaskowski or Nawrocki. First, we're gonna go to Candice Owen and a short clip from her channel. I came across this rabbi a while ago, but I never really listened too much to what he's talking about. However, yesterday it has changed because he has quite a lot of connections with Poland, it looks like. So let's start with Candice Owen, and you will probably recognize him right away.
I think the question of holiness and what is holy is relevant to this discussion. I think this is a conversation that a lot of people are having as well. Look, prior to October 7th, I don't think many people were engaged with what is happening in Israel. You know, we kind of all said the same thing. Israel is our friend and ally. I count myself among those people. Post October 7th, the world, and especially I would say Zionists in media, were demanding that we all pay attention. And when we began to pay attention, we didn't like what we saw. You cannot tell me to ever feel comfortable with 18,000 children being ruthlessly murdered. You can't get me to feel comfortable as a Christian with the amount of more explosives dropped, tons of explosives dropped on Gaza than were dropped in Hiroshima. This doesn't make sense to me. Gaza is 30 miles long, 7 miles wide. It's incredibly dense population. And this is, by the way, according to Haaretz, that 40,000 Palestinians have been murdered. I think the question of holiness and
Sorry, guys, I had to close that video. So that was Candice Owen, Piers Morgan, and Rabbi Shmuley, I think it's his name. So yesterday I was watching the channel of Andy Hoinski, and let me take you to his channel, and then I will mute myself, because in that particular video, he is presenting a video from this rabbi. And I want to play this for you because I could not find the exact clip that Andy is showing in this video. And I think Andy is subscribed to my channel. So Andy, thank you so much. Let me subscribe too. I'm sorry, I haven't yet. I will play this for you guys, just this part in which this rabbi is mocking Candice Owen, Palestine, Christian blood, money, etc. And of course, there are children. So I want you to see his interaction with children. And then we will go straight to the CPAC meeting. And After that, I will show you his interesting interview with Polish Prime Minister, not the current one, but the previous one that we used to call Pinocchio, Moravetski. That will be a very interesting interview. So let's first take a look and listen at this video that Andy is playing here. Let me mute my.
I love Israel and I hate America. Do loyalty. I'm Phil, but I love cash. Love money. It's all about the Benjamins. Money, money, money. But more than anything else, what I really want, what my giant nose needs just to grow more warts is Christian blood. Let me see if I can find any. Let me see. Are you guys good Jewish children? This is not my day. This sucks. You're wearing Israeli flag? Esther, are you wearing an Israeli flag? What's this big nose that Sadie has? Is that a big, giant Jewish schmoz? Are you a panda? Are you a Christian panda? So I can drink some of this? Yeah, okay, good.
I just have to say that looking at those poor children, I was already like losing it inside. All right. Disgusting. Now let's go to CPAC. Let me play what took place yesterday in Warsaw. Let's take a look. Sorry, guys, before I play it, I just want to say, look who is the guest. Who is the guest at the CPAC in Warsaw? The same place where Kristi Noem arrived, the candidate for next president of Poland, Nawrocki, the current president of Poland, Duda. Who is the guest?
My friends, on the 27th of September in 1982, a man who had achieved world fame at the age of 58, and I just turned 58, sat down at his desk in a small office in Rome, and he wrote a letter to the premier of the Soviet Union, Leonid Brezhnev, and he said, if Soviet forces dare invade Poland, which they were on the brink of doing, I shall resign from the seat of St. Peter, and I will join my Polish brothers and sisters and be run over by your tanks. That man's name was Cardinal Karol Wojtyła, Pope John Paul II.
So I'm gonna stop right here because how we connect those videos? Well, first he's drinking the Christian blood. Now he's bringing up Karol Wojtyła, John Paul II. What's going on with this person, huh? It's not just that, you know where I'm heading with this. I'm trying to restrain from commenting too much because you are very savvy. My audience is incredibly savvy. You know much more than I do as far as the Zionist topics. Sometimes I feel I don't really want to know because it's getting crazier and crazier the deeper the hole goes. He attended CPAC. He made a presentation there. And I'm going to end this particular video here. If you want to watch it, you have the link down below in the description box, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to go, unfortunately, I have to go to his channel to show you two things. Already losing my voice. So let's go first to a short clip from his channel, and then we go to an interview that he had with no longer Prime Minister of Poland, Mateusz Morawiecki, in 2017. So let's take a look. Let me find the exact short clip from CPAC yesterday. Here is the interview, but we're gonna go back to it. So this is Morawiecki, this is him. So let's go to his channel. I think, let me see if it was here, guys. Apologies. I think I lost that. So let me play that interview. Let me play that interview, and then I will try, when this is played, I will be finding another clip for you. Let me mute myself now. Let's take a listen. Polish Prime Minister, no longer Polish Prime Minister. And that time, I don't think he was Prime Minister. Was he vice? I'm not sure, but I don't think he was the Prime Minister in that time during this interview. However, he will be addressing a few things here as far as Polish-Israeli relationship and the support. Of course, he speaks for entire country, right, Morawiecki? And how the future will look like for Polish-Israeli relations. So that will be an interesting interview.
He's a historian. I'm just an amateur historian. And now he's the Deputy Prime Minister of Poland. And we've had a very interesting conversation that I wanted to share in part with our audience, because I thought it was very substantive, very candid, and it addressed some of the important issues between the world Jewish community in Israel and Poland. Now, Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, you were telling me that Poland today is Israel's foremost ally in Europe. Is that how your government feels?
This is what we deeply believe in, that the Polish-Israeli relationship are very important for in the wider context, for the peace in Middle East, and for peaceful relationships in Europe as well. And of course, we are very good friends to the Israeli state.
Okay, so we are very good friends, of course. Now let me take you to what the future holds for our two nations.
Talking about how do we get past this? Jews come in large number today to Poland, but not to see a thriving Jewish community in Poland or to see a thriving Polish nation. They come to see a giant Jewish cemetery, which is Treblinka, Auschwitz-Birkenau, Majdanek, etc. How do we change it? How do we forge a new future of Jews looking to Poland as a place where many of their ancestors are from, where there was hundreds of years of Jewish history, which produced some of history's greatest Jewish scholars?
Yeah.
Is your government interested in building that future with the Jewish people?
Our government is extremely interested in building this second dimension, this second leg, because the first dimension is extremely important. That this has to be continued. Of course, all the places, Belgium, Sobibor, and the others, they have to be visited, and there has to be this has to be always present in our hearts and minds forever. But also, I think that we have to develop our relationships for the future. And there is a Jewish festival for culture, and there are in many small even towns and in other cities in Krakow and Warsaw, there are Jewish events, Jewish festivals, which are very popular in Poland. And I'd like to invite everybody, every Jew and every American from here, from the United States to Poland, because this can create a much better climate for us talking about history, but also us concentrating about on the future and how to.
So guys, I'm sorry I didn't mute myself. I hope you were able to hear it. Apologies. I'm not gonna play more from this. This is his channel. You can watch it yourself. The link will be down below in the description box. And I found the video from that meeting, CPAC meeting in Warsaw, from, again, his channel. And I'm trying to restrain myself from commenting too much for the obvious reasons. Maybe I should title this video, I want to invite all the Jews to Poland. But you see, this is, again, it's such a loaded topic because there are good Jews and they are like everywhere. So let me just, you know what I'm talking about here. I don't have to explain it. Let me take you to that short clip from that meeting. The question is, do they know who they are talking to, or they don't know who they are talking to? Because I think Moravetski knows exactly who he is talking to. Before when I came to Poland from United States, I want to just clarify this. I was really behind with Polish politics because I was not living here for many years. And when I was here and I started to post videos in which I was talking about situation in Poland, a lot of people were commenting, Polish viewers. They were saying that Ania Morawiecki is Jew and Duda, the president of Poland, is Ukrainian. So Ukrainian roots and Jewish roots. Well, this will kind of explain, because I think that's the case. But let me show you this video. So question is, do they know who they are talking to or they don't?
Mr. President, you have been the best friend the Jewish community has ever had as President of Poland. We are eternally grateful. I wish he could run again, but you have an amazing, God willing, he'll win. But just know how Israel, the Jewish community, American Jews, and you're a great man, and God bless you and everything that you do. We'll never forget it. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. President, you have been the best friend.
So Duda says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, but do they know who they are talking to? That's my question here. And to end this video with something truthful, heartbreaking, and also very recent, I'm gonna play this clip for you in regards to Gaza.
I did not see or treat a single combatant during my 5 weeks in Gaza. My patients were 6-year-olds with shrapnels in their heart and bullets in their brains, and pregnant women whose pelvises had been obliterated and their fetuses cut in two while still in the womb. Preventing genocide means refusing to normalize these atrocities. It means refusing to dehumanize the Palestinians, to refuse to see them as calories counted or numbers of trucks moved. We see now that this way of thinking has brought about a human dignity crisis with an entire people on the edge of survival. On March 18th, the ceasefire was violated by Israel. That day, I witnessed the most extreme mass casualty event of my career at Nasser Medical Complex. Last year, I published in the New York Times a survey of 65 American healthcare workers who had served in Gaza. 83% of them reported seeing children shot in the head or the chest. I personally treated 13 such cases in my 2 weeks at European Hospital. According to the War Child Alliance, nearly half of Gaza's children are suicidal. They ask, why didn't I die with my sister, my mother, my father? Not out of extremism, but out of unbearable grief. I wonder if any member of this council has ever met a 5-year-old child who no longer wants to live.
I now give the floor to Dr. Feroz Shitwa. Please.
That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. The links will be attached down below in the description box. Hit the thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Leave the comments down below, since, what can I say, right? And let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you choose to support my work, thank you so much for doing that. The links to my Patreon, PayPal, and locals will be down below in the description box. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Bye, everyone.